Hello, I'm on my way to a trimming salon to pick up my 2 dogs from now. And I haven't started my engine, even though I'm still in my car, because there's this car parked in the middle of the road next to my car, and he's trying to unload some things from his car, and he just briefly took a look at me to see if I was okay, and he's about to get in his car now, and I'm still waiting for him to get his car out of the road. And there's another car coming front, and although that car I was talking about, the driver, who was trying to unload the package from his car, has already gone, but instead I waited for another car which was coming toward this direction, and here comes that person's car again, but he went away. Okay, now it's my turn to get my car out of my parking lot. Okay, I actually didn't mean to speak English on my way there, because I just recorded my voice on my way there and on my way back home in the morning, when I took my 2 dogs there. And I was doing some editing work to make it a video, make the recording a video, so that I can get it on YouTube. But it took time, and as I said, I always listen back to my recording, and I will have to spend the same amount of time, right, to listen to it. So I'm not really sure if it's okay for me to spend a lot of time, just listening to my voice, reviewing, which is good, listening to my voice to check everything that I did, or because I have to do that anyway, so instead, on my way there, should I listen to something to input, or I can speak English to practice my speaking as usual. Usually when I go to the trimming salon 2 or 3 times a week to have my dog's teeth brushed, I speak English in my car, right? But today I go there twice, because once I go there to take my dogs, and this time I go there again to pick my dogs up. So that is why I go there twice today, which means I have one more opportunity to practice my speaking, meaning I have one more recording to listen back to. So which is better? I use as many opportunities to speak English as possible, or I make it a rule to do it only one time, and try to listen to as much English as possible for my input, because unless you do some input You cannot expand your vocabulary, expand your knowledge about expressions, right? But unless you practice, you cannot be a decent speaker, right? I don't know how to spend my time to practice my speaking. So that's a big problem. And there's one thing, this has nothing to do with what I was talking about until now, but okay, just I was about to leave home. There was something surprising to me. I was always, not always, I sometimes talked about the noise coming from my neighborhood every time person living or family living in the house is trying to get their car out of their parking space. And the noise happens because there are some iron plate just on the ditch, or I don't know, space. I don't know how to say this. And their car is parked inside their space, but every time they get their car out of the parking lot, their car has to get on the iron plate, and then the noise, huge nasty, I don't know, squeaking, not squeaking actually. It's a very big noise, large noise. It's a bit annoying, and I'm neurotic, so that is why, probably. I take it personally, and I tend to find it a little bit bigger than it is. Yeah, that's my problem. But I just can't ignore the sound. And I always wondered what kind of people are living in the house. Okay, I've once seen them actually in person when they just moved into the house. As I explained somewhere in my previous video, the previous owner of the house was a bit weird man in his probably early 40s, I guess, already. But once it was a family living in the house, but before you know it, the family broke up. Okay, and the couple with 2 children, 2 daughters, okay, must have divorced, I guess, because I could no longer see the wife and 2 children, and he seemed to be living only himself in that house, which is pretty big for a man like that living alone. Okay, it's a 3-story house, and it's quite new, I guess. It's 10 years old or so. And ever since he became alone in the house, or even before that, I sometimes saw him skateboarding in my neighborhood. A man in his late 30s or early even 40s skateboarding. Have you ever seen anyone at this age enjoying skateboarding in your neighborhood? In my case, none. The answer is none. I've never seen anyone as old as he was actually, because it's about the past. Never seen anyone skateboarding in my neighborhood. I've never even seen child skateboarding in my neighborhood. Oh my goodness, this huge, I don't know how to call this kind of car, but trailer. Is it okay? Trailer. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Trailer is next to me, next to my car. It's a very long one. It's a huge one. And what if the trailer, or I don't know how to call it, the box made of iron with so many things in it, and it must have come from a port, right? Port. And this huge tanker is okay, or I don't know how to call the kind of ship, but it's huge, and it goes between foreign countries, right? Carrying lots of cargos. Is it okay? Cargos. I used to work in a shipping company, and because I admired somehow the people working for the shipping company. I mean, especially people working at the port. Somehow. Okay, that reminds me of those days. Tanker next to my car. Okay, anyway, where was I? Yeah, and not there. Then, yeah, there means then in Japanese. Okay, my Japanese popped out of my mouth without knowing it, without me knowing it. Okay, anyway, when I just left home, or I got out of the entrance of my house and tried to get in my car, or actually I was in a car already, and I heard two people talking outside of my car, behind my car, walking. Okay, and I looked at them, and one of them turned out to be a doctor working at the clinic just across from my house, and I always go to the clinic to have a checkup every once in a while, like twice a year, 3 times a year, or whenever I have health problems, because it's the closest local hospital. And the doctor was the son of the head doctor, my doctor, okay, who is in his 70s, I guess. Someone that gave me a lot of bitter lesson when he found out that I was just working part-time to become a professional musician in a band when I was 18 or so. I was shocked to hear him giving such a lesson. I mean, he didn't like me doing such a thing after graduating from high school. I had this big dream myself when I was younger, but he was a doctor back then, in his already probably early 50s or so. Much younger, probably in his 40s, right? And he didn't like me trying to make my dream come true, trying to make such an unrealistic dream come true. He must have thought that I was stupid and he said something nasty to me, and it was really, really difficult for me to swallow, and that happened. That's what happened to us about 40 years ago. And that person I saw today turned out to be his son, and he was the one who was living in the house. Oh my goodness. This is what my daughter always said to me, actually, and I always said to her, how stupid it is. No, I don't think so, because he's a son of the head doctor, right? He's a doctor also, and I thought that the doctors earn much money, so I thought that the doctor, I don't know how to say it, but the doctor, younger doctor, he's the son, who is the son of the head doctor, must be living in a bigger house. Oh my goodness, there's a cat walking across the road, across the street. Oh my goodness, she looks pretty old. Yeah, and she has a big stomach, but I don't think she's as young as a cat that can be pregnant. That can be pregnant. Okay, here I am at the trimming salon. This time I'm coming here to pick them up, and there's one parking space available now. Alright, I hope that my dogs have been good boys there, especially one of the dogs named Gara, who is older, and the bigger one barks a lot, so I really hope that they have been good. Okay, today I'm going to pay for the monthly fee for my subscription. Oh my goodness, I can already hear some dogs barking inside the trimming salon, and I really hope that it's not my dog. Okay, I'll be back soon, and I'll start talking right away after I get back. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye. Well, I'm exhausted now. Well, dogs are back. I'm not exhausted from my dogs, what my dogs do, but rather I'm exhausted from the price hike. Their prices are getting higher and higher, and this time their prices will be going up. From this fall, autumn, I don't know how much it's going to be, because they haven't prepared their price list yet. That's what they said. But the fact is, their prices are going up, and I don't know how much it's going up. Everything is going to be more and more expensive nowadays, right? Is it the same in your country? I heard someone talking about this on YouTube. Yeah, she's from the US, I guess. And for example, in Hawaii, restaurants and food, they can eat at restaurants, or they can buy at the stores, convenience stores, supermarkets, are very, very expensive. Like if you eat some sandwiches at lunch, it would cost like, let's see, 3,000 yen or $20, $25 US dollars. And if you have dinner at restaurants, it would cost like, 3 times as much. Wow. And another thing that exhausted me was that oh my goodness, it was found out that one of my dog's teeth already started having some plaque. I took them to the vet to remove their plaque about 2 months ago, two and a half months ago. And then I decided to take them to the trimming salon to have their teeth brushed 2 or 3 times a week. That way, maybe it's better for their teeth, and I thought that would help their teeth have less plaque. So that's what I thought. In this way, even though I can't not do it myself, I can't brush their teeth myself. They are not used to it, and I'm not used to it either. I'm a lazy owner, I guess. I don't know how many dog owners try to brush their dog's teeth though, but oh my goodness, this road is under construction, and there was someone who is guarding, who has a flag or something to let the car go and to let the car stop, and he does such a job, and he was not looking at my direction, and I wanted to know if it was okay for me to go, because without him knowing that I was coming, I might have hit him, right? Oh my goodness, I'm exhausted. For one thing, I didn't get enough sleep somehow. That's probably because I was too excited to fall asleep last night, since it was a long day yesterday for me. I was too excited. As I explained in my previous videos, I signed up for the YouTube Premium with this account, and I started commenting on people's videos, my favorite videos, to try to communicate with them. And I was excited about it first, in the first place, to begin with, or start with. I was already very excited, and I couldn't stop leaving my comment on someone's videos, and to leave my comments on people's videos, I have to pay attention to what I'm writing, right? Because English is not my mother tongue. It's much easier for me to write something in Japanese, of course. But there was one time, about 6 months ago or so, a little more than 6 months ago, I was studying English, and also Spanish very much, and I seldom use my Japanese except for the time when I talk to my daughter who is living with me. She's the only human being I can talk to at the moment. Yeah, other than all those shop staff that I see every week, and I seldom used Japanese. I always listen to English and Spanish, and I studied English and Spanish, all those languages. And then when I try to write a comment on someone's video in Japanese, what happened to me was that I couldn't write Japanese sentences effectively, and I didn't know what was happening to me. Oh my goodness, I should stop. Okay. There are some people who say that they have trouble identifying themselves because they are bilingual and they don't know which language is their main language, and even though they can conversationally okay with those languages, and for me, such people are very envious, because for me, I can speak my second language as much as my first language, and I always wish it could be wonderful if I could speak more than two languages fluently. It could be fun or something like that, but yeah, things aren't like this. Things aren't like this to people who have trouble identifying with themselves. And this is something that I never imagined before, right? But because of the incident that happened to me when I was trying to write my comment in Japanese, but I totally forgot how to write a very effective comment, because I can use Japanese, I can write Japanese sentences, but I didn't know how to construct the entire comment, entire story. I was having difficulty understanding what was happening. It was a very interesting experience, and ever since then I tried to write Japanese as much as I could, and I tried to write my comments or whatever in Japanese as effectively as possible. I worked really hard to do this. Before, I used to do this much easily without thinking much, but at that time I really had to work on it. And so where was I actually? Comment, right? And I'm exhausted. I couldn't sleep because yesterday, it was a long day, all day. I got excited writing comments on my favorite videos, and I got the replies from two of them. One is Connor and the other is the Korean woman. I was talking about in my previous video, and the other person who is Japanese, speaking perfect English, I happened to find yesterday, just after I signed up for YouTube Premium. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it, because some people don't like what the others do, right? What you are doing is not always be liked by others, right? I feel a bit sad about it. I want to... Wow, it's a big dog. It's a Labrador Retriever, black one. It's a very, very smart dog. I used to have that breed myself for about 6 years, 5.5, that long. But I had to let go of the dog with other dogs when I found out that I was having rectal cancer back in 2022. But the good thing about me letting go of all those 4 dogs, except for 2 I'm still having, was that they all went to a very rich family who love dogs. They're all very reliable people, and the president of the trimming salon helped me a lot, so I can't thank you enough. Okay, and where was I actually? Yeah, it was a long day, and I was too excited to fall asleep very soon, and I was feeling a bit sick while I was sleeping last night somehow. It happens sometimes out of the blue, and I really want to see a doctor again one of these days. I got fat. I weighed more than I used to, and my belly is a bit swollen. And just the other day I got the CT test, and the doctor said there was nothing wrong with the result, which relieved me. But now I'm still having something weird going on, and I should check. And talking about the person who turned out to be living in the house just across from my house, and also across from the hospital, local clinic I always go to in order to have a checkup every once in a while. The husband turned out to be the younger doctor of the hospital, and I've actually seen him. I'm actually visit the clinic, and we can choose a doctor. Okay, which doctor is good for you? The doctor, which I can explain it. You can choose one from the 2 doctors yourself, okay, at the counter, at the reception. And I chose the son doctor, okay, because it was not that I couldn't trust the father doctor who I always see, but I just wanted to see the son with my eyes in person, and I chose the son doctor. I don't know how to call him. the younger doctor, and he was pretty kind. He was okay. But I never thought that he was living in the house next to the clinic, because it's not very big, it's not very new, and they have two children. One is a older daughter, and the other is I don't know which. I don't know if it's a daughter or son, but two children. And the younger one cries very hard, but older daughter, the older child is very cheerful, talkative. I've never seen her very closely, but I think it's a very good family. But I never thought that the husband would be the young doctor. And actually they are making the kind of nasty noise every time they try to get their cars out of the parking space, or they get their car into the parking space, right? And since car has 4 wheels, right? And then every time that noise happens, there are two big noises happening consecutively, and I can't stand it. And they can just replace the iron plate with the plastic one. Yeah, that's easy. But they never do such a thing, so I really want to know why. They could do it. It's easy. I'm now in front of their house, and I'm turning left, and here's my parking space. I was able to be back safely. Okay, now maybe I can walk them, because they haven't walked for the last few days. Okay, thank you for listening if you are there. Okay, I'm going back home. I'm hungry. Okay, thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.